Tell me about some of the economic thinking that your church has embraced, because I know your church, you've invested as a collective and done really well with each other and things like that. What can people learn from what your church has been doing? New Prospect, correct? Did I say that right?
New
What
Prospect
what what
Baptist
has
Church.
New Prospect been doing from an economic standpoint that maybe others can kind of learn from, so we can really understand all the great things that do happen in a lot of churches?
Thank you for that. And I tell you, this philosophy is undergirded by, and I'm not the originator of it, of course, but there's a lesson that I learned about a long time ago, almost 40 years ago, when I was in undergrad. And I believe it was, I don't remember if it was in my marketing class or economics class, but the professor said, if you build a better mousetrap, the world will be the path to your door. Have you ever heard that before?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. And I remember the moment I first heard that. And what grabbed me is that if you meet someone's need,
Hmm.
they will knock down your door to get what you have.
Mm.
And when I talk to our church leaders and lead a lot of the things that we do, understand that people understand where people are and what they need. And in terms of economic development, need jobs, need income, um, and we try to model that. We have to model because sometimes some concepts for some people can be a little bit beyond their reach, and so I'm a better learner if I see you doing it rather than you kind of explaining it and talking to me about it. So we try to model that. Many of the spaces that we have, we actually rent out. Other churches rent our space. Other organizations, other entrepreneurs come and use our space for their kitchen, baking, other jewelry places. We actually have a school on our campus, and so all kind of things that we really try to just model what economic development looks like. Then we also teach it. One of the more significant things we've done in the last couple of years is brought you in. I mean, you came in
Yeah.
and our worship services on Sunday. I mean, you came. Well, you did two things. Not only did you speak at our two worship services on Sunday, but also you did a 3-hour workshop the day before, and packed house. And so,
Mm.
and part of the reason why I would like to think it was packed is because all of your teachings were not foreign ideas. We had already been cultivating the consciousness and already helping people understand that, you know, got to make that money. And we all need resources. And the church, we run on the tithes and offerings of our membership, and with other some of these things that we do for renting, but we have a lot of external things that we do, a lot of money we give away and things that we do externally in the community. But in some kind of self-sustaining kind of way, we know that if we don't help you make your money, you don't have what you need to pay the
Mm.
tithes and offerings that we need
Mm.
to sustain the ministry. So you talked about the economy, and so
Mhm.
we understand the ecosystem of how we're to thrive, and as people do well, we do well. And that's not the primary motivation, of course, but we understand how the economy works, right?
Mhm.
And so teaching, modeling and teaching, um, bringing other books. We have small group ministry where we actually do teaching. We teach and certain economic books that we don't just necessarily study the Bible, which certainly is our key document, but other books on economic freedom, um, financial wealth building, and just wealth building, all kind of financial literacy things that we do. And
Mm.
so, but I think to answer your question, and sometimes I could kind of go on and on here, but we really try to model